Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, the first significant snowfall of the year is now in the rear view, and while it may have delighted some, it also caused major headaches as well.
And no one knows that better than the folks that live on or near Mount Desert Island. Multiple crashes in the Bar Harbor area caused delays and road closures to and from the island. Our Doug Banks spoke with first responders.
Shortly after 6 a.m. on Romer's Corner in Trenton, a vehicle traveling northbound on Route 3 struck a telephone pole. Versant power crews were called to repair the pole, while first responders from Bar Harbor, Ellsworth, and Lemoyne rerouted traffic to Route 230.
There was another accident right here on the Oak Point Road, right in the thick of the rerouting of traffic, where I understand that person decided to turn around and they got hit by another vehicle.
These crashes were just two out of the several that occurred on this snowy Monday.
There was a car that got in an accident in Tremont. There was cars that got in accidents in Lemoyne. All the local fire departments were quite busy this morning.
Route 3 reopened around 10 a.m., but the closure served as a reminder that winter roads in Maine can be treacherous.
You want to make sure you give yourself more time in the morning, but life isn't always perfect, so you just do the best you can, give yourself plenty of room, and the biggest thing is, make sure you're prepared to drive in these conditions.
And first responders are taking that into account as well.
We as responders, slow down, pay attention to what you're doing, get there safely, because that's where you can be most effective.
In Trenton, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, the storm today also causing multiple cancellations, and it certainly had plow trucks hard at work. Some of those happy to see all that activity included local business owners. Our Grace Blanchard spoke with them.
Mainers braced for the first plowable snow of the season. And while many hunkered down, the work is just beginning for some local businesses.
It's always a gift when it's snowing, always.
For the local ski areas, it's exactly what they've been waiting for as they work to get people back on the slopes.
It makes such a difference for us. First off, making snow on snow is it starts piling quicker. Traveling to get to them, we can use snowmobiles. We don't have to use four-wheelers. Just everything about it's easier when there's snow for us.
And as drivers brave the roads, local tire shops say they often get slammed this time of year.
We get a multitude of different calls on days like today, especially where it's the first real substantial fall, for scheduling emergency replacement, can't get out of my driveway.
Studded snow tires can be put on as early as October, according to the owner of Twin City Tires in Brewer. Although he says many tend to wait until the first snowfall.
Snow tires are really important for traction. They stay pliable in the colder temperatures, not only with deep snow, but with the hard packed snow and the ice conditions, black ice especially.
Matson says this storm is a reminder that it's important to get your vehicles ready for the Maine weather.
The other things that people would want to think about this time of year are the condition of your belts and batteries, your headlamps, are they bright enough, are your wipers in good condition? All those things should be factored into winter travel to help you stay safe on the road.
Although there was not enough snow for Herman Mountain to officially open, they plan to hopefully open for the season within the next few weeks. And local tire shops say anyone planning on getting their snow tires should schedule an appointment sooner than later. In Bangor, I'm Grace Blanchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
It always does seem like a big reminder every time we get that first big snowstorm of all the things on that checklist that you should do, either should have already done or now you should really get going on doing. I was lucky enough to just get my snow tires on a few days ago.
Definitely a lucky break there.
Yes.
Well, the snow may have melted during the day, or maybe just the plows did their work and got it all out of your way, but certainly we are left with some slick conditions out there this evening. We both experienced that just a short while ago. Let's go ahead and turn things over to Jeff and get a first check of our forecast.
All right, thank you very much. The light snow and flurries out there now will wind down tonight. The big snow is over, but still there could be a ½ inch or an inch of snow tonight before we get to early parts of tomorrow. But all the advisories are now dropped across our region as the big heavy snow is over, and we are digging out tonight into tomorrow as well. Still lots of returns on the radar right now, but it's all kind of light, fluffy snow out there tonight. But it could give us an inch or so of snow tonight into early parts of tomorrow, as there's still a bit of energy to get through the area this evening before the snow finally wraps up this tomorrow morning, and then we're done with it for a few days around here. Going forward, though, there could be another half-inch of snow across our region tonight. Again, it will not be a huge deal. Our forecast on tonight, though, is cloudy skies, some light snow showers out there, maybe an inch of snow, with low temperatures in the 20s. Your full forecast is coming up.
All righty, Jeff, thank you. In other news tonight, authorities say one person died on Sunday after an incident involving a falling tree. An official at the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office says it happened on Western Avenue in Newburgh. They say a tree fell on a person there. Officials on the scene reportedly performed CPR, but the victim was pronounced dead. Newburgh Fire and Rescue, Carmel Fire and Rescue, and the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office were all on scene. They are investigating the incident as an accidental death.
A neighbor and friend of the man who was recently found dead at his Fairfield home says he will be missed dearly. According to police, 62-year-old Edwin Weeks was found dead last Tuesday when a friend stopped by to check on him. Following an autopsy, his death was ruled a homicide, and the cause of death was said to be sharp force trauma. A neighbor who didn't want to be on camera spoke with us, though, and described who Weeks was as a person.
He was a really good friend of ours, not just a neighbor. So, I really do, and I did adore him. He was also a very religious person, and he really just believed in, God. He was kind to people and everything. He liked to help people as much as he could, but not put himself in the ground.
22-year-old Raheem Shamar Goodwin of Benton was arrested last Wednesday and charged with Weeks' murder. Goodwin is expected to make his appearance on Tuesday in Somerset County Superior Court.
A Lewiston mass shooting survivor and some family members of the victims are heading to Washington, D.C. They still have a lot of questions about what happened and the steps that can now be taken. Mal Meyer explains the answers some are hoping to get.
This is still like a big dream to us. It's a nightmare, but it's a big dream. And
Leroy Walker's son Joe Walker was the manager at Schmenge's Bar and Grill. He was one of the 18 people killed by the sole suspect.
This gentleman was sick a long time before he came to Lewiston to kill the people that he killed.
Documents obtained show the suspect's Army Reserve unit was worried he would commit a mass shooting.
I think there was a lot of things missed.
Walker and others want to know what the military was aware of, when they knew it, and what was done in response. He's hoping Maine's congressional delegation can help get those answers.
But I just think there's a lot more that can be gained out of this than what we really know at this point.
Walker's attorney says they will be in closed-door meetings with all 4 members of Congress on Thursday. 1 survivor and 5 family members of some of the victims are headed to D.C. for it.
There are multiple ways to deal with this issue.
This is happening as Senator King just announced a new gun control proposal, the Gas-Operated Semi-Automatic Firearms Exclusion, or Go Safe Act.
This is a comprehensive piece of legislation dealing with the predominant weapons that are used in mass shootings.
They're a killing machine. It's as simple as that, and we would like to see something done so that we can't kill this many people in just a few seconds.
Walker wants to know if there's support for it, how that can move forward, and what ideas the lawmakers have.
And that was Mal Meyer reporting. In other news tonight, teachers are voicing skepticism about a Maine proposal to update science education standards to incorporate teaching about genocide, eugenics, and the Holocaust. They say they have concerns about adequate teacher training and the nuanced nature of the material. The Maine Department of Education is performing that update as part of a review of standards that's required every 5 years. The proposal states that science has sometimes been used by those in power to oppress and abuse others, and that science education in the state should reflect that.
Members of Maine's congressional delegation are calling on the Veterans Administration to provide reliable Wi-Fi service at community-based outpatient clinics. In a letter to the VA secretary, they said reliable Wi-Fi is critical for continued health care service for Maine's veterans. They say none of Maine's outpatient clinics for vets have public Wi-Fi, and some have no Wi-Fi at all. The delegation says, quote, technology plays a critical role in providing health care in Maine, especially given the remoteness of many areas, end quote.
Well, new federal funding will be going to help Maine farmers affected by forever chemicals, also known as PFAS. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard learned more about how those funds will be spent.
So overarchingly, what this grant does is, I think, really emphasizes and enhances the work that we're already doing in the state, but allows the funds to go further.
Nancy McBrady, the Deputy Commissioner for the Maine Department of Agriculture, Conservation, and Forestry, is talking about a $5 million grant from the USDA that was awarded to the PFAS Fund Advisory Committee. The committee is tasked with providing direct relief to Maine farmers impacted by PFAS contamination.
It was a really wonderful match that we were able to benefit from, and we are utilizing the funding in a number of areas that will be very familiar to the work done by this committee.
McBrady went on to say the $5 million will be distributed in the following way. $3 million will be awarded to research projects of up to $500,000 apiece. $1 million will be awarded to farm infrastructure enhancements. $100,000 will be awarded to business planning and assistance work. And a currently undisclosed amount will be awarded to the CDC to help expand their PFAS lab to allow for dedicated PFAS analysis.
We believe very strongly that we can utilize this federal funding from USDA for the benefit of other farms and programs throughout the United States. Contingent upon all of the work that we're doing, we need to be able to provide guidance, resources, learnings, et cetera, to other programs that might be established elsewhere in the future. So we're taking very seriously the opportunity to use these funds to make that happen.
The committee will be holding 2 public hearings in the coming months. One is scheduled for December 11th at the Deering Building in Augusta. The other is January 11th at the Augusta Civic Center. In Augusta, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, a Bangor shelter for women opens their doors for an open house as they gear up for an important fundraiser.
And Santa Claus plans a visit to an Ellsworth museum. We'll tell you when you can stop by to see him. Those stories and more local news when we come back.
At US Cellular, anyone can get any phone free. So give yourself a free phone.
She's here.
Then give yourself the gift of not checking it. The gift of connection at US Cellular. New and current customers get any phone free.
Do you have a wet basement, nasty crawl space, settling foundation, sinking concrete, or clogged gutters? I'm Tony Hafford with TC Hafford Basement Systems, all things basement-y. For over 30 years, thousands of homeowners throughout Maine and southeastern New Hampshire have trusted TC Hafford. Basement waterproofing, crawl space repair, stabilizing foundations, concrete leveling, and gutter installation. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems for all things basement-y.
It's marked center stage and is crushed by a baby grand piano.
You're replacing me?
Customize and save with Liberty Bibbity.
He doesn't even have a mustache. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Oh my Bob, you gotta feel these pillows.
Oh my Bob.
Oh my Bob, look at these low prices.
Oh my Bob, we could finally have a grown-up bedroom.
Oh my Bob, it's comfy and has cup holders.
Oh my Bob, no hovering salespeople.
Oh my Robert. What? Too formal?
When you get the values you deserve without the holiday hassle, there's only one thing to say.
Oh my Bob!
Bob's Discount Furniture.
Great things are always cooking at the Ground. New menu, new specials, with an amazing variety of choices for every taste. Good times, great service, and amazing food. Only at your locally owned Ground. Odland Road, Bangor.
Tuesdays, big names go head-to-head.
I can name that tune in one note.
Whoa! Celebrity Pack Name That Tune. Only Tuesdays on Fox.
You can join Fox 22 and ABC 7 online at foxbangor.com. Be a part of the conversation on Twitter and join our Facebook family at Fox ABC Maine. Follow, like, watch. Download the new Fox Bangor app from the App Store or Google Play and get your news anytime, anywhere.
Welcome back. The Shepherd's Godparent Home is a Bangor shelter for women who are pregnant or find themselves in a parenting crisis. An open house over the weekend helped the community get a little more familiar with them. The shelter houses women ages 13 to 40 years of age and provides so much more than just a roof and 3 meals a day. Residents also receive counseling, parenting classes, life and job skills training, as well as academic classes to better their futures. All of the services offered at the Godparent Home are funded through private donations, local churches, and other service organizations that support the work of the nonprofit on a regular basis.
We have supported this home for many, many years, and we just see the work that God does in these young women's and babies' lives, and it's a cause that you can't walk by without really feeling like you need to help.
The Shepherd's Godparent Home currently houses 9 women and their children in its 2 residential homes, including that cutie. The nonprofit is planning a Christmas donation drive with Maine State Representative Austin Terrio at the Crosspoint Church on Broadway in Bangor on December 16th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. That's where the public can drop off toys, warm clothes, and cleaning products to benefit the women at the shelter.
Well, it's beginning to look a lot like a Victorian Christmas for the Bangor Historical Society. From December 9th till the 22nd, Holidays at the Hill House is back for the first time since the pandemic. The event is free and open to the public Monday through Saturday from 12 to 4 with a special evening showing on Wednesday, the 13th from noon to 8.
So many people walk through the front doors on a normal day not realizing what we have here at the Historical Society, but when they come in and see it decorated for Christmas, I mean, you definitely see the looks in their eyes. I mean, memories coming back from however many years ago, and it's just really nice to see those emotions coming back.
To learn about their Ghosts of Christmas Past exhibit, you can visit their Facebook page or their website, bangorhistoricalsociety.org.
Santa Claus is, of course, pretty busy getting ready for the holiday, but he'll be taking some time to meet with local children at the Woodlawn Museum in Ellsworth. Santa and some of his reindeer will be making the stop to the museum on Sunday from 10 until noon. He'll be listening to children's wish lists, and it's also a chance to see the real reindeer. The Horizon food truck will be there as well with some delicious treats and hot coffee. The event is free, and a request from Santa. People are encouraged to leave their pets at home. He says they could spook the reindeer or make them a little nervous. So
understandable.
Of course, something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Great to see him taking some time out of his very busy schedule.
Very busy schedule. And the reindeer too. I mean, you know, you got to hope that they're gearing up, eating plenty of food for all the fuel they're going to need to fly all over the place, delivering toys to everybody on the nice list.
Exactly, of course. Got to stay on that nice list.
You know, so if you're on the naughty list, maybe work on that a little bit.
Yeah, it might be an opportunity to, you know,
go
work
and be
Santa
nice
a little
to the
bit.
Reindeer. There you go.
Yeah.
Work the room a little.
Exactly.
All righty. Well, coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, Israel faces increased backlash to do more to reduce civilian casualties in its war against Hamas.
And the Supreme Court hears arguments over an opioid settlement that many say doesn't go far enough. Those stories and more as the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 continues.
Are plumbing problems giving you a headache? Look no further than Sprague's Plumbing Solutions. With more than 10 years' experience, Sprague's Plumbing Solutions has the knowledge to assist with your plumbing issues. Whether it's a service, remodel, new build, or commercial, we've got you covered. For reliable, professional plumbing services, call Sprague's Plumbing Solutions today for a free estimate. 951-1637. We're here to make your plumbing problems disappear.
There's never been a better time to get away with a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. Plus America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days, or $2,500 bonus cash on the Hyundai Tucson. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
To Janie. You've been stealing my fleece for years. It's about time you had one that's just for you. For all the adventures you take. After all, what are big sisters for? Now, give me my fleece back or I'm telling Mom and Dad. Love, Emma.
Oh no! Son of a nutcracker. This is what I get for eating all those cookies. Hey, Roto-Rooter, I got a big clog for you. I'm stuck in the chimney. Again. Yep, I'm the clog. Any chance you could fa-la-la over here?
For all your holiday plumbing needs, Roto-Rooter can save the day.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Santa Claus is coming to town, and he's making special stops here at ABC 7 and Fox 22's morning show before the big night. Starting in December, Santa will be here reading your children's emails and letters. Have your kids send their message to Santa by emailing santa@wvii.com or by sending it to our mailing address at 371 Target Industrial Circle in Bangor. And make sure to watch Good Morning Maine on ABC 7 and Fox 22 to see what Santa has to say.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Lawmakers in the United States are warning President Biden's planned aid to Israel must be met with assurances of concrete steps from the government to protect the lives of civilians in the Gaza Strip. This as Israel's military has renewed calls for mass evacuations from the southern town of Khan Yunis as it widens its ground offensive and bombards targets across the country. Fox's Nate Foy has the latest from northern Israel.
Ground operations are nearly finished in northern Gaza, according to an IDF general. This courthouse is now rubble, as Israeli jets bombard Hamas targets farther south, including in Khan Yunis, where the IDF warned civilians to evacuate 20 city blocks this morning. Many did not.
There is no safe area in the Gaza Strip.
Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said today Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu should be tried for war crimes, as Israel faces growing pressure from the United States.
We will operate in maximum force against Hamas terrorists and infrastructures while minimizing harm to the civilian.
On its northern front, Israel struck a Hezbollah command and control center for a fourth straight day. The IDF is using live munitions during training exercises in the country's north as they prepare for a possible escalation with Hezbollah terrorists in Lebanon. Hezbollah terrorists fire on northern Israel from valleys like this, unless IDF soldiers stop them. Israeli forces use armored personnel carriers like this to transport and provide cover for infantry conducting operations on the ground. A possible next phase in this war against an even stronger enemy.
We know who they are, we know what they can do, and we know what we can do, and we're ready.
Hezbollah and Israel continue exchanging intense artillery fire tonight as the Israeli War Cabinet meets ahead of a planned meeting with the families of hostages who remain in Hamas captivity tomorrow. In northern Israel, Nate Foy, Fox News.
Meanwhile, the Biden administration is condemning the rape of Israeli women by Hamas terrorists. It comes as a prominent Democratic lawmaker is under fire for comments demanding what she calls balance in covering the issue. Fox's Jillian Turner is at the State Department with details.
Seen Hamas commit atrocities, both on October 7th and since October 7th. And we obviously condemn those atrocities and support Israel's actions to hold Hamas accountable for them.
Thank you, Karine, and thanks, everybody.
The White House says the terrorist targeting of Israeli women is ongoing.
Right now, Hamas is refusing to release civilian women.
At the UN, Jewish American tech titan Sheryl Sandberg pleaded for officials to believe Israeli women.
Do we believe the Hamas spokesperson, or do we believe the women?
whose bodies tell us how they spent the last minutes of their lives.
October 7th, eyewitnesses today gave firsthand accounts of Hamas atrocities.
I saw in front of my eyes a woman laying. She was naked. She was abused in a way that we could not understand.
One progressive lawmaker agrees the attacks were reprehensible, but is qualifying her condemnation.
And I think that rape is horrific, sexual assault is horrific. I think that it happens in war situations. Terrorist organizations like Hamas obviously are using these as tools. However, I think we have to be balanced about bringing in the outrages against Palestinians.
Those comments drawing outrage from Democratic women across the board, including Hillary Clinton.
It is outrageous that some who claim to stand for justice are closing their eyes and their hearts to the victims of Hamas.
Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's daughter posting, "I should not have to say this in 2023, but here we are. Rape is rape. Do not minimize, excuse, balance, or both sides sexual assault." The State Department cannot confirm whether the UN plans to investigate.
Certainly, we support an investigation. The Israeli government is conducting one, and they have our full backing in doing that.
After more than 50 days of silence from the UN Secretary General on this issue, Antonio Guterres did acknowledge Hamas sexual atrocities against women last week. He did so via a tweet. At the State Department, Jillian Turner, Fox News.
A U.S. warship shot down 3 drones after commercial ships were attacked in international waters. The White House says the attacks were enabled by Iran. Fox's chief national security correspondent Jennifer Griffin has more on the U.S. response to escalating tensions in the Red Sea.
The world's focus is on Gaza, but assaults on commercial ships in the Red Sea have the U.S. Navy on alert. On Sunday, U.S. Central Command said Yemen's Houthi rebels launched 4 strikes toward 3 ships in international waters.
I think you're seeing a persistent escalation. The United States is trying to balance what we're trying to balance throughout the region ourselves.
The USS Carney shot down 3 drones coming from Houthi-controlled parts of Yemen, according to CENTCOM. Now the U.S. is weighing its response, and it's not alone. The 3 commercial ships were connected to 14 different nations.
15% of global shipping flows through the Red Sea and through the Suez Canal. My understanding is commercial ships have been struck, that our ships are responding to protect that international trade, and then they have been targeted.
Central Command says there's one country to blame, saying, quote, "These attacks, while launched by the Houthis in Yemen, are fully enabled by Iran." Iran has not claimed responsibility for the strikes. This week, the State Department is sending a special envoy to the Gulf to quell the rising tensions.
We do not believe that all 3 of the ships had ties to Israel, and it goes to show you the level of recklessness that the Houthis are operating on any ship they shoot at.
A U.S. official telling Fox there were no injuries to the crew members on board the commercial ships. At the Pentagon, Jennifer Griffin, Fox News.
The Supreme Court spent nearly 2 hours this morning hearing arguments over a controversial settlement. If approved, the deal would provide billions of dollars to combat the opioid crisis. But the Biden administration says the deal doesn't go far enough and requested the High Court review it. Fox's Rebecca Castor has the latest.
I just don't want to see other families go through what my family has gone through.
Outside the Supreme Court, relatives who lost loved ones from the opioid crisis gathered in protest, many demanding justice for those lost.
We have to hope that the Supreme Court does the right thing.
Inside, the justices grappled with a challenge made by the Biden administration, questioning the legality of OxyContin maker Purdue Pharma's bankruptcy settlement. While nearly 60,000 victims support the deal, others say if approved, it unfairly lets the Sackler family off the hook, shielding them from the possibility of more civil lawsuits.
If this bankruptcy settlement is approved, they are forever shielded, and that's an abuse of the bankruptcy process.
Purdue Pharma's lawyer Monday argued a ruling against the plan would take a wrecking ball to the bankruptcy code.
Creditors and victims will be left with nothing, and lives literally will be lost.
Nothing in the code commands that tragic result.
The DOJ maintains the deal would illegally extinguish the rights of people, aiming to sue those who made a fortune selling the prescription pills.
They were guilty of sin. We all know that.
A ruling is expected by early summer, but no matter the outcome, many of the victims' families want the Department of Justice to bring criminal charges against the Sackler family. Outside the Supreme Court, Rebecca Castor, Fox News.
And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, we will introduce you to a Winslow woman who's using her talents to make people's days just a little sweeter.
And in sports, it was a 2-win weekend for Maine men's hockey, now 8th in the country. Hear from head coach Ben Barr. We'll be right back.
Welcome to MasterChef Junior, home for the holidays.
I thought we were all going to wear costumes for this.
Bah, humbug! The MasterChef Junior Holiday Special begins December 10th on Fox.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
My father started a roofing company in the 1970s.
Back when asbestos was still commonly used in Maine.
When George was diagnosed with mesothelioma, we knew there wasn't a cure yet, but we knew he needed help.
We called Joe Bornstein's office because this family means business.
Their team is handling everything, representing Mainers who were victims of asbestos exposure.
We highly recommend the law offices of Joe Bornstein.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
For a better center to serve you, Bangor Tire has moved to Herman. For a bigger selection of trusted brands, Bangor Tire has moved to Herman. And to better service your ride, no matter the size, Bangor Tire has moved to Herman. Master Mechanics, free shuttle service, and the fair deals you deserve. Take Littlefield Avenue to Bangor Tire, beside Dysart's in Herman. BangorTire.com.
We're more than just a tire store.
To the Lego Masters Celebrity Holiday Spectacular.
Monday, December 18th, unwrap a night of shining stars.
It's Lego, baby.
Teamed up with Lego Masters legends.
Breaking this thing down to a science.
For the most holly,
get your brick up!
Jolly.
Ho, ho, ho.
Holiday building competition yet.
Unwrap this!
The Lego Masters Celebrity Holiday Spectacular 2-night event begins Monday, December 18th on Fox.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Economists with Realtor.com have looked into their crystal ball. They say certain markets that performed badly this year may see double-digit growth next year. Fox Business' Jerry Willis has those details.
U.S. housing markets that saw the biggest sales declines in 2023 are projected to achieve double-digit sales growth in the new year. Realtor.com says those markets include the Northeast and Midwest.
Homes are still much more affordable there than in other parts of the country, and so not as many buyers are held back.
Toledo, Ohio, standing out as the only market on the list projected to do better than the average home sales levels during pre-pandemic times. Factors drawing buyers to the Midwest and Northeast regions include relatively affordable options in comparison to larger urban areas and a higher quality of life with cultural amenities, recreational opportunities, and educational institutions. The other major grouping of markets expected to do well is in Southern California, where home sales have been sluggish.
Even though if we compare this to the pre-pandemic period of 2017 to 2019, home sales in California are still expected to be much lower. They are going to see a nice rebound in 2024.
Oxnard, Riverside, Bakersfield, San Diego, and Sacramento are among the Cali markets slated to see double-digit sales growth. On average, the 5 metro areas are expected to have sales growth of 13.1% next year.
As we look ahead to 2024, one of the things we expect to see nationwide is that mortgage rates will continue their recent descent, perhaps getting all the way to 6.5% at the end of the year. And that should help home sales in Southern California, which is a particularly interest rate sensitive part of the country.
Realtor.com says Las Vegas and Springfield, Massachusetts are also expected to see a double-digit jump in sales activity in 2024. In New York, Jerry Willis, Fox Business.
Classic rock icons Styx and Foreigner are touring together for the first time since 2014. Kicking off June 11th, 2024 in Grand Rapids, Michigan, the bands will perform 36 shows on a co-headlining tour that promises to see them performing many of their hits. And yes, they'll be making their way to Bangor as well, and with some other stops in the New England region. Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin with that story.
Classic rock legends Styx and Foreigner are hitting the road next summer for a co-headlining 2024 tour. Renegades and Jukebox Heroes.
We got this incredible music, decades of some of the best written rock music that there ever was, and Kelly Hansen singing the hell out of it, and it's something to behold. We all go back a long way.
It's a definite mutual love fest because, you guys, Styx, are amazingly on all the time, every night. It is a challenge to try to keep up and try to make sure that we give our best presentation.
The 36-date trek coincides with Foreigner's farewell tour.
We're having a great time, and I know we still have, 2024 coming up, and there are many times where I am struck by the fact that this might be the last time that I actually do this, and it's not taken lightly, for sure.
Both bands appreciate the continuous support of their fans and enjoy reconnecting with them by performing their hits.
Innumerable times I've looked out into the audience and seen people reliving the moment or the period of time when they first had these songs in their head. And that is an amazing thing to see.
You're always trying to get that feeling that comes from the song when people heard it on the radio. And that's what we shoot for every night. And when you see that reaction from the audience, you feel like, God, I think we did it.
In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
And you got to imagine that is going to be a packed house here in Bangor.
Well, I've never seen Foreigner, but I've seen Styx when they toured with REO Speedwagon. That was a fantastic show. So I can only imagine how great this one is going to be. I'm not the biggest Foreigner fan, but I do like some of their stuff. But Styx's entire library, yes, please.
Yeah, and it sounds like, no matter what you think of either band, it's a great matchup.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And they are well matched.
Yeah,
I would agree.
All right.
Alrighty.
Well, when we come back, our full 5-day forecast. Stay with us.
The heavy wet snow is winding down now, but it's going to stick around for a while because temperatures are going to stay below freezing for a bit. More on that when I come back.
Silver Fox Automotive is a family-owned and operated company with more than 30 years of experience. We are originally from the county and offer competitive prices and promise you will be completely satisfied with our work. We offer a stress-free experience to both our new and returning customers. We only use parts from reputable brands to ensure your vehicle is safe to drive. Here at Silver Fox, there will always be a friendly face to greet you. Come see us at 2004 Audlin Road in Herman.
Orono is more than just a college town. It's an affordable destination. Welcome to the Orono Arcade, where we have both modern and retro games. And for a new experience, check out our 9-hole blacklight mini golf course. Budget friendly, fun for the whole family, with 13 restaurants within walking distance. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Orono Arcade.
Let's face it, getting training and experience is hard, but at Loring Job Corps, we can help. From certifications in automotive technology, obtaining your CDL, or learning building trades, we have you covered. Maybe you prefer joining the high-tech world of computer networking or cybersecurity. We have that as well. Don't delay, get in the driver's seat to your future today. And the best part, Loring Job Corps is free. Receive free training, free meals, and even free housing. Call or go to jobcorps.gov/Loring. Job Corps careers begin here.
What secret celebrity is hidden inside our super sphere?
I don't have a clue.
That's my mama.
January 3rd, it's the ultimate new celebrity guessing game. Hear their talented relatives sing.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Figure out which superstar they're related to.
Who does he remind you of?
She looks like she could be in his family.
I know that voice.
And win life-changing money.
Who is the celebrity behind the relative? You got it right.
We Are Family premieres January 3rd on Fox.
It's the most epic trivia game show ever created.
My category's dog.
Famous sidekick.
Taking on barbecue.
Who will conquer the floor? The Floor premieres January 2nd on Fox.
All right, thank you very much. The snow showers out there now are winding down tonight. A much colder air, though, coming in for us for tomorrow, more so Wednesday and Thursday. And then some sunshine is back in the forecast for Wednesday and Thursday as well. We could definitely use that around here. Okay, but today, a good healthy 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 inches of snow widespread across the area today, making scenes like this all over the place, right? But we're digging out tonight. The snow is going to stick with us, though, because temperatures tonight well below freezing and then not recovering much tomorrow at all. All the advisories are now dropped across our area, so the big heavy snow is done with us, and that's moving off to the east of us right now. There is still some wind out there, though. We could get wind gusts tonight near 20 miles per hour. That could blow and drift a bit of the snow, but again, it's the kind of the heavy, wet stuff. It's not going to move around very quickly for us this evening. Okay, visibility is reduced now. There's still some light snow falling, some freezing fog in the air as well. That will likely continue into early parts of tomorrow. So traveling tonight, it's still kind of tricky out there this evening into early parts of tomorrow too. Here's the radar. Lots of returns on here, but again, this snow is different. It's light, fluffy snow. The heavy stuff is gone, but we could see an inch or so of snow tonight from this before it finally winds down overnight tonight. And then we're dry for a bit around here as all of this is going that way, and we have a couple of very nice days to look forward to, but it's going to be cooler around here with high temperatures trying hard to break freezing tomorrow and probably likely staying in the 20s for us on Wednesday into Thursday. All right, lots of clouds out there tonight, a couple of snow showers in there as well. Here's 8 o'clock tomorrow, mostly cloudy, a couple flurries around. Throughout the day tomorrow, kind of decreasing clouds into tomorrow night as well. And then overall, Wednesday is going to be a very nice day. Thursday probably as well, before we get some more cloud cover in here later on Friday. But overall, a dry stretch of weather is on the way with much cooler temperatures in there too. So for tonight, though, still maybe an inch or so of snow tonight into tomorrow morning. Again, not a big snow at all, but again, it's going to be slippery spots across our region. And there's lots of cold air to go around now. It's right there, and behind this system is going to tug down that colder temperatures, and that's going to give us highs tomorrow near 30 and likely holding temperatures in the 20s for us on Wednesday and Thursday. A high of 32 today in Bangor, 29 for Millinocket. So we did temperature-wise near averages today, likely below average tomorrow, and definitely for Wednesday into Thursday. Our forecast tonight, though, is snow showers ending out there, maybe an additional inch or so, with a northeast breeze around 5 to 10. For tomorrow, here we go. So lots of clouds around tomorrow. A couple flurries still can't be ruled out, with high temperatures near 31, so below freezing tomorrow. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows the story. Tomorrow 31, Wednesday 27, single-digit low temperatures Wednesday night, Thursday 29, but then slightly warmer for us on Friday 33, lots of sunshine, and those are 40s back in the forecast over the weekend.
Alrighty, Jeff, thanks so much.
Alrighty, and we will be back shortly, folks. Stay with us.
It's time to light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Get our best offers and choose from a huge selection of Ford F-150 trucks with the capability, convenience, and technology to help bring us together. Wow. Discover how Ford F-150 can make the holidays bright. Now get 2.9% APR for 72 months on a new Ford F-150, only at your New England Ford dealers.
Hello, fellow flyers. I'm the Savvy Traveler, here to share the secrets of convenience at Bangor International Airport. Parking, you're steps away from the terminal. Inside, even more conveniences. And friendly, efficient security. All of these make BGR the official airport of you. Remember the savvy travel through Bangor International Airport. FlyBangor.com.
From the land to the sea, Chase's Family Restaurant is the place to be.
Are you looking for a place to unwind after a long day?
Then come check out our Hideaway Lounge.
With a bar that's both upbeat and laid back. And it's the perfect atmosphere for anyone who wants to unwind after work.
Or kick it up for the weekends with daily drink specials and a full dinner menu.
You can fill up on a good time any night of the week.
Thank you for being a part of our family.
Here at Chase's Family Restaurant.
Marvin Flute. I should have known you'd be Friday drunk on a Tuesday.
On January 7th.
Glad you're back, Flute. This place has been dead without you.
Only one man can catch the most diabolical criminals.
The killer is taunting us, and he's got absolutely gorgeous penmanship.
I'm the world's most smartest detective. That's how good I am. I defy the rules of grammar.
Grimsburg. Special preview Sunday, January 7th on Fox.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Healing Hands Massage in Hamden, providing professional massage services tailored specifically for their clients. Stop by Healing Hands Massage today. You'll thank yourself later.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. We're going to start on the ice. It was a great weekend for Maine hockey. A big win on Friday over New Hampshire kicked it off, and a win on Sunday over UConn wrapped it up. The Black Bears are now the 8th-ranked team in the country. On Friday night, Maine was led by newcomer Josh Nadeau. Josh had a hat trick in their 5-2 win over 15th-ranked New Hampshire. All 3 of those goals assisted by his brother Bradley. On Sunday, it was Bradley's turn. He had a hat trick of his own, his 5th multi-point game of the year. Josh assisted on all 3 of those goals in the 7-3 win. Both Nadeau brothers were named Co-Hockey East Player of the Week. And on Monday morning, Ben Barr with some high praise for his 2 freshmen.
For freshmen, regardless of how highly touted they are or how good they were in junior, like you never know how fast they're going to catch up with the compete level and the size and strength of college hockey. And those guys haven't really taken too much time to adapt, and what they've been able to do so far is pretty incredible.
All right, it's a quick turnaround for Maine. After Sunday's win, they're back in action Wednesday on the road playing Union College. Union was where a young assistant coach, Ben Barr, got his first kicks in as a hockey coach, and the lessons he learned while handling the obstacles of coaching at a small school like Union are still with him today.
Being part of that and seeing that in those circumstances was the most valuable education a young coach could ever have at the college level. There was a vision there from Nate and Rick, and I was just a part of it, just to see, this is what we have to do, this is how we have to build this thing, and to see it work. I've taken that with me, at many different places, and it was really, really invaluable for me.
That should be an interesting matchup. That game is on Wednesday. Let's stay with some hockey now. We mentioned last week that Lewiston boys soccer, they were headed to be honored at Gillette Stadium this past Sunday against the Chargers. Probably the only highlight from Gillette Stadium on Sunday. And also on Sunday, Lewiston girls hockey had a pretty cool experience too. As part of Hockey is for Everyone night, coaches and players from Lewiston High School girls hockey were down at TD Garden for the Bruins game. And after their 3-1 win over Columbus, they also had the chance to take some pictures, meet with Jeremy Swayman and Charlie McAvoy. Certainly looks like a fun night for those girls. All right, let's go to the basketball court now. Celtics in action in the first round of the NBA in-season tournament against the Pacers. Winner goes to Vegas for the semifinals. Celtics had a lead at half, but it was a tough third quarter for them. Here they are down 9. Jason Tatum here is going to fake the back cut. Derek White finds him. He plants, shoots, and drains it. Celtics down at 3 now. Tatum, a tough shot. Rebound goes to Al Horford, to Jaylen Brown, and he ties things all up at 94 with a 3. Still tied, under 2 to play. Tyrese Halliburton had a game and the shot of the night right here. Drains a deep 3 through the foul from JB. He'd connect at the line for the 4-point play, and Boston could not stop the bleeding off the inbounds. Buddy Hield gets it, and he hits a 3 of his own. The Celtics, they would fall in this one 122 to 112.
hard to withstand 18 turnovers to 6 turnovers. And so when you turn the ball over, you just let them get out in transition. And I just thought we lost some of our offensive purpose. Just they didn't take care of the ball. And I think we had 7 turnovers in the third quarter. And so when you do that against that team, they make you pay.
All right, twist my arm. We got to talk the Patriots now. After the Lewiston Blue Devils rang the bell pregame, it was a real ugly showing for the Pats offense on Sunday. Despite the defense not allowing a single touchdown, New England losing to the visiting Chargers by a 6-0 final score. The Patriots have now allowed 10 or less points in 3 straight games, dating back to their 10-6 loss in London. They are the only team in the Super Bowl era to lose all 3 of those games. They played in Germany, actually. Sunday, outside of a few second-half drives, their offense was virtually non-existent. They lost Ramondre Stevenson to an ankle sprain early on. Now they have a short week ahead of them, going to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers on Thursday night.
It's quick turnaround that, again, physically, mentally, and then from a game planning standpoint, we just all have to, not try to do too much game planning, but, physically be ready to go and be ready to compete for 60 minutes.
Quick turnaround. We know how these Thursday night games go, so we really got to get on it in terms of our mental preparation and, not so much physically, but mentally we got to be ready to go.
All right, should be a fun game. That is all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Jerry's Used Cars has been a family-owned business for more than 30 years, currently in Corinna and Vesey. However, we have changed a little as we are no longer just a buy-here, pay-here dealership. We now have access to outside financing and also carry utility trailers. We would be happy to assist you with your next vehicle purchase. And don't forget, here at Jerry's Used Cars, we offer an extended warranty. So give us a call at either our Corinna or Vesey location.
Oh no! Son of a nutcracker. This is what I get for eating all those cookies. Hey, Rotor, I got a big clog for you. I'm stuck in the chimney. Again. Yep, I'm the clog. Any chance you could fa-la-la over here?
For all your holiday plumbing needs, Roto-Rooter can save the day.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
For over 75 years, Ariens has been blowing away the competition. Ariens snow throwers simply overpower other brands. See for yourself by watching the screen and then head to Jim Small Engines in Arlington, where these fabulous high-throwing Ariens snow throwers are on sale at unbelievable prices. Jim Small Engines brings 40 years experience in sales and service, and Jim knows that Ariens snow throwers are the best, but supplies are limited, so watch the screen and take advantage of the great sale prices on Ariens snow throwers now at Jim Small Engines, Snows Corner Road, Arlington.
Is marked center stage and is crushed by a baby grand piano.
You're replacing me?
Customize and save with Liberty Bibbity.
He doesn't even have a mustache.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Dude, you coming? Because the only thing dripping should be your style. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. With Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold and Flu Relief. Also try for Fizzy Fast Cough Relief.
The holidays are here and scammers are putting in extra hours. Keep these tips in mind. Carefully research any charity prior to making a donation and be selective when giving out banking information. When buying gift cards, stick to stores you know and trust and keep your receipts. When shopping online, look for HTTPS in the address bar to ensure you are on a secure website. Finally, trust your gut. If the deal appears too good to be true, it probably is. With these tips in mind, have a great holiday season from Bangor PD. We'll be here if you need us.
25 words or less.
Christmas man.
Santa Claus. You got it. You have won the game, ladies. Yay!
Weekdays at 9 on Fox 22.
The magic of the holidays doesn't come without at least a sprinkling of stress. There are many, many things to do, of course, and all of that takes its toll on countless people this time of year. Fox's Anita Vogel has some advice from psychology experts.
While the holidays are supposed to be filled with happiness,
Hit the switch!
they can also come with their fair share of stress and loneliness. With shorter and colder days, hectic travel, and the pressure to buy gifts and more. causing anxiety for many. A new survey from the American Psychological Association reveals 43% of U.S. adults say the holiday stress gets so overwhelming it impacts their ability to enjoy the festivities. Because many of our calendars get overbooked during this time of year, it can throw off our standard routines. Anna Baker of Clemson University recommends sticking to a schedule and making time to exercise to blow off some steam. But if you're feeling down and out, increasing positive social interactions could help you get into the spirit, especially when the American Psychological Association found 38% of adults become stressed over missing family and friends during the holidays.
Gathering in general is usually good for our mental health, and it gets us out of the house, around others.
And while you may not get along with every person at a holiday gathering, Baker says mentally preparing for the event ahead of time can help you alleviate panic.
I know that I'm seeing these family members. I know it tends to be stressful. Just being aware of those situations and knowing that you're making a choice and feeling empowered, and that, you know, it's not going to last forever.
Health experts say you should avoid harmful coping mechanisms such as isolation, overeating, or turning to alcohol and drugs to handle the holiday stress. Anita Vogel, Fox News.
And finally tonight, a Winslow resident is helping boost people's mental health with her homemade sugar cookies. Holly Kidley opened Make Their Day Bakery last year. She says her sweet gig is not just about cookies, but it's also about letting others know that they're being thought of. Our Jody Hersey explains.
Holly Kidley recently moved to Winslow, and so did her cookie business known as Make Their Day Bakery.
And we started making them for family and friends, and now it's a micro bakery out of my house.
Even though Kidley has been baking all her life, sugar cookies are her specialty.
We've done a wedding, we've done bridal showers. I had an order for logos for Job Corps for all their centers, and they're like mascots, and I did them by hand and painted, and it took hours, and I don't regret it because I learned so much through it.
Kidley says as much as she enjoys whipping up these desserts, the work she's truly doing exceeds one's sweet tooth.
I work full-time in prevention, and I do a little bit with suicide prevention and a lot with substance use prevention with adolescents. And so mental health is actually my background. It's really, really important. It's a big mission that I'm really trying to expand on. Yes, my social media presence is cookies, but I really want to share those positive messages and encouraging people that mental health doesn't have to be taboo.
Sharing a cookie or two just might be a window into a tough conversation.
You know, our brand isn't just cookies. We want people to know they're thought of, that someone's thinking about them. And so we know cookies aren't saving the world, but in that moment, to share a smile, to let people know that they're on someone else's mind is an important thing.
Customers order online through Kidley's Make Their Day Bakery website or Facebook page. Then Kidley and her family ship or personally transport them.
We're lucky to have family all the way down in Kennebunk and all the way up in Bangor that help us deliver and make the holiday special.
In Winslow, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
And they each come with that personal touch. You just love that.
So important during the holidays. Alrighty, folks, that's going to do it for us. Take care and good night.
Good night, everyone.